Welcome to a new Humanity F Yeah story on the HFY Punchline, where HFY Sci-Fi Stories are something different than elsewhere. This time, Commander Zirental's last voicemail he uploaded on Reddit should be enough introduction.
Is this thing on? Oh, okay. All right. Humans, this is Commander Zirental speaking. I have not only lost my crew and my ship because of you, I also lost connection to that OnlyFans model, Spacey Stacy. That being said, I will come on. I mean for her. I will come for you. Bah, that sounded also wrong. What have you done to my brain, humans?
What a douche. Here is the full story. Have fun, like the video, comment your favorite part, and subscribe to never miss a new HFY short story. Humanity's final meme war. The alien flagship Oriel Conquest hovered over Earth like a foreboding chrome anvil, its seamless organic curves betraying nothing of the death-dealing precision within. Beneath it, humanity reacted as humanity does, with a strange mix of hysteria, irreverence, and unrepentant denial. Twitter had declared it #EndTimes but make it viral. TikTok was flooded with dances choreographed to remixed emergency alert tones, and Reddit's front page was locked in a race between posts demanding the destruction of the ship and conspiracy theories that it was an elaborate Tesla stunt, or the lizard people are here to prove Earth is flat. Commander Zirental of the Vathari Dominion, a species that had dominated their quadrant of the galaxy, with a combination of unmatched technology and cultural snobbery, watch this circus unfold with 6 blinking eye stalks and mounting irritation. The Terrans are not taking this seriously, Zirental said, his voice an oily, resonant hum. He gestured at a holographic projection of Earth, overlaid with colorful and incomprehensible text like, "PP Poo 69 has gone live. The aliens are here." Science Director Mlarg clicked his mandibular plates in agreement. This species' cultural output is a chaotic slurry of hedonism and nihilism. It will not hinder our conquest. Their biological resilience is their only notable trait. And even that, he waved a segmented appendage dismissively, will crumble beneath the weight of our entropy cannons. Zirental nodded, though his innards squirmed with unease. The Vathari were masters of war, yet something about this species felt off. Not threatening exactly. More like finding a buzzing insect with inexplicably sharp mandibles. An annoyance that might sting harder than expected. He shook the thought away and issued his orders. Begin the planetary bombardment. Let's end this farce. 48 hours earlier. Lincoln Link Hayes, a 32-year-old IT specialist and part-time shitposter, leaned back in his creaky office chair and stared at the grainy footage of the alien ship's arrival. His dual monitors displayed a mix of CNN's doom-mongering Chiron, alien invasion imminent, and a Reddit thread titled, "Earth is F-Ed." Link, who'd weathered life's disappointments with equal parts sarcasm and caffeine, doom-scrolled through the thread, smirking at comments like, "We've had a good run, lads. Time to introduce them to the concept of Ohio. Bro, if they see Florida, they'll leave on their own. Someone needs to Rickroll these bastards before we go." He cracked open his 5th Red Bull of the day and muttered, "Yeah, good luck invading a planet where D's nuts is considered high art." In truth, Link was a cynic, but not entirely without hope. Sure, humanity had spent the past century slow-cooking itself with bad decisions. He just hoped he'd live long enough to see it. As it turned out, he wouldn't have to wait long. The first strike. The Vathari didn't bother with subtlety. At precisely 1400 UTC, they fired an entropy beam at New York City, reducing it to an entropic void in less than 0.03 seconds, or so they thought. Instead of obliterating the iconic skyline, the beam struck what appeared to be an enormous, inflatable Shrek head. The real city had been evacuated and hidden under a crude but effective holographic cloaking device. Sirental's frustration mounted. How did they manage that? He demanded. Malarg reviewed the data, his chitinous fingers clacking over the controls. They appear to have deployed decoys. Primitive but effective. Primitive? Sirental snapped. That inflatable monstrosity absorbed an entropy beam designed to unravel matter at a molecular level. Well, Malarg said after a pause, they are an unusually stubborn species. Humanity responds. What followed was a masterclass in human absurdity. The United Nations hastily assembled a task force, but it wasn't made up of military strategists or scientists. Instead, they recruited an eclectic mix of hackers, meme lords, social media influencers, and, inexplicably, one retired pro wrestler with 24 inches pythons. Link found himself conscripted after his Reddit posts gained traction, with one titled, How to Gaslight Aliens into Rage Quitting, going viral. Within hours, he was flown to a secure bunker where he met the task force. A chaotic blend of brilliance and dysfunction. Dr. Vanessa Lee, a disgraced physicist with a penchant for drunken karaoke. Carlos Ramirez, a world-class gamer who claimed to have once beaten an AI so advanced it was banned by Geneva Convention addendum. Tiffany Jones, a TikTok star whose makeup tutorials doubled as scathing political commentary. Hulk, the aforementioned wrestler who refuses to take of his shirts the old-fashioned way. This is your resistance? Link asked. Vanessa shrugged. If you're expecting the Avengers, you've been watching too much Disney+. Now shut up and pass me that Mountain Dew. I've got a plan to hack their entropy cannons. The meme offensive. Link quickly realized that Vanessa's plan was a blend of chaotic ingenuity and reckless optimism, hallmarks of humanity at its finest. Using hijacked satellites and an embarrassing lack of cybersecurity on the Vathari flagship, they flooded the alien systems with Trump memes, cat videos, fail compilations, and spam mails for free spins at an online casino with a wager of 5,000 times. The effects were immediate and catastrophic. Vathari communication networks, designed for precise and orderly data transmission, buckled under the weight of the absurd human signal. Tactical readouts were replaced with looping clips of cats knocking over glasses. Command channels broadcast TikTok remixes of sea shanties. A complete division of soldiers started gambling, Book of Dead resulting in exploding heads due to dopamine overdose. Entire squadrons of alien drones powered down after being exposed to Rick Astley. Malarg's six eyes twitched in unison. They are using weaponized cultural artifacts, he said. Our systems cannot parse the intent behind this data. It is chaos. Then counter it, Sirental bellowed. We cannot counter what we cannot comprehend, Malarg replied grimly. The biological blind spot. The final blow came not from humanity's technology, but from its biology. Link had an epiphany while watching Tiffany apply glitter to her eyelids during a brainstorming session. Wait, he said. What if they don't have immune systems like ours? Vanessa perked up. Explain. If their evolution prioritized tech over biology, they might not have the same resistance to pathogens. And we're basically walking germ factories. Big Rick grinned. You're saying we sneeze on them and they drop like flies? Potentially, yeah, Link said. Assuming their immune systems aren't used to dealing with millions of years of Earth's microbial insanity. They quickly weaponized the idea, creating crude germ bombs from concentrated samples of human bacteria, coronavirus, and other biological horrors. The Vathari had shields against nuclear weapons, but they had no defense against the man flu. The final stand. The coordinated attack began with a three-pronged approach. germ bombs, meme warfare, and the unfiltered chaos of humanity's most notorious digital vices. Vanessa and Link led the charge, deploying clusters of germ bombs via modified weather balloons and drones. These payloads, teeming with a potent mix of pathogens, from rhinoviruses to a particularly virulent strain of salmonella, were dropped directly onto the Vathari flagship. As the alien biofilters scrambled to analyze and neutralize the contaminants, they were quickly overwhelmed. The Vathari had engineered their immune systems out of existence centuries ago, relying entirely on sterile environments and advanced nanotechnology to maintain their health. Earth's bacteria, however, were anarchists of the microbial world, constantly mutating and adapting. Within hours, the flagship's crew began succumbing to symptoms they couldn't comprehend: fevers, congestion, and the dreaded human ailment known as sneezing fits. Meanwhile, Carlos and Tiffany spearheaded the digital assault. Using the Vathari's own communication networks, they unleashed a deluge of human depravity and absurdity. Gambling apps and OnlyFans accounts were injected into the flagship systems, their AI-driven algorithms creating endless loops of notifications, pop-ups, and pay-per-view temptations. The aliens, who had evolved in a society devoid of personal vices, found themselves inexplicably drawn to the endless streams of flashing colors and hypnotic jingles. By the second day, the flagship's command structure had devolved into chaos. Tactical officers abandoned their posts to gamble on simulations of human sports leagues. Science officers became hopelessly addicted to algorithm-driven clickbait videos promising to reveal Earth's top 10 secrets. The final blow came when Zirental himself was caught binge-watching a particularly infamous OnlyFans creator's livestream, his 6-eye stalks fixated on the screen in horrified fascination. The germ bombs had one last horrifying effect. With their compromised immune systems, the Vathari began responding in irrational and erratic ways. Desperate for relief, some crew members sampled the primitive human goods captured during raids. Methamphetamines, nicotine, and whiskey became the new holy trinity among the once disciplined Vathari troops. Entire squadrons devolved into chaos. Alien warriors, once known for their stoicism, started huddling in corners to share poorly rolled cigarettes and argue over games of blackjack. Vathari engineers abandoned their posts entirely, replacing routine diagnostics with contests to see who could drink the most Jack Daniels without collapsing. The alien hive mind, a sophisticated network of telepathic connections, began to fray. Like college freshmen experiencing their first hangovers, the Vathari grew paranoid, erratic, and suspicious of one another. Reports of aliens taking selfies with their dope new vibes spread back to their fleet's home base, further eroding discipline. As the Vathari fleet limped away, humanity celebrated in its usual fashion, with a mix of drunken revelry and sarcastic social media posts. Link leaned back in his chair, exhausted but triumphant as he scrolled through Twitter. One post caught his eye. "We did it, fam! Humanity! 1, aliens, 0. Now let's get back to ruining the planet ourselves. Humanity FY." He smiled, cracked open another energy drink, and whispered to himself, "Yeah, we're a mess, but we like it messy, biatch."